Hey guys, just want to give a quick update on my plans for the e-bike in 2020. Obviously, I have not been riding when it's cold. I actually have the generator pretty much emptied completely. The carb is dry, everything's dry, so it's pretty much winterized at this point. And the battery is also being stored at around 38 volts at the moment, so not really gonna touch that either. But I think I figured out what my plans for 2020 are going to be for the e-bike concept, or just the e-bike in general. And originally, I wanted, no, I mean, it was kind of like not a dream, but I wanted to make a 125cc equivalent e-bike or EV centric, battery centric design for a motorcycle, e-motorcycle, but decided not to do that obviously because it's too cost prohibitive, and who else would know what's out. So anyway, so the plan is this is the current e-bike. As you can see, there's plastic fairings. It doesn't actually look that good at the moment. The plastic's pretty much all torn up. That's because this did a pretty good quick job to try to cover up the generator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spiff this up a little bit. The first thing is the fairing. I'm going to replace the fairing with foam, and I'm going to try to cover the foam up later, obviously, with something a little bit nicer to cover that. And the foam itself should protect the engine in case of a fall. I don't want to do carbon fiber because most likely this is going to fall. I mean, everyone drops their bike, alright? No one doesn't drop their bike. Um, the other thing is this tan area here is where the electric panel goes. And I found that there's two things wrong with it. One, sometimes the pull cord gets stuck and it's like impossible to get in there. It just takes like a lot of finagling to get in there to get it unstuck. So, and also with the electric panel here and the charger there, like when you plug it in, it kind of sticks out a little bit. It's kind of uncomfortable because especially if you want to pedal a little bit, it's too uncomfortable. Um, that's the other thing. And so I'm gonna move that panel probably up here or something like that, so it's out of the way, and then put the gas tank back here, and then make the battery like this, or and put the panel underneath here. So that's the other thing I'm gonna do, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. And once all that's done, and I'm gonna do that in the spring. Once all that's done, I'm gonna try to sell it because I actually want to go full electric, and I want to do it a little bit differently than most people have done it. Not that I'm the first person to do it, obviously, but I want to use an EV battery in a in the e-bike. Uh, so this is so what I've seen a lot of, not a lot, but some folks have been using Chevy Volt batteries and reporting really good results of it um, for their e-bike. So this is a 2 kilowatt pack, and each pack it comes in units of 22 volts, unquote 24 volts, so a 48 volt system. So kind of like a 22 volt in each pack. So this is for each kilowatt. So this is uh, it says 48 volt, but that's probably not right. It's 44 volts for two modules, right? So one module is 1 kilowatt hour. The two module is 2 kilowatt hours at probably 44 volts. And check this out. The continuous current is 240 amps. So 240 times 48, let's just call it 50. 50 times 2, like 25 is what, like 10,000, 10,050. So let's just say around 9,000 to 10,000 watts of power continuous from this battery, possible from this battery. That's pretty damn good, right? So here's the specifications. It's about 45 pounds. Blah 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 blah. The cell chemistry, and this kind of goes for about, right now what I've seen it, probably around $200 per kilowatt hour. This is obviously used, and for this one, usually they tell you, this is from a salvage, usually they tell you how many miles are on this one. in this case it doesn't. Let's see. Let's go to the 1 kWh I saw before. So this is 1 kWh. Let's see if it gives us the mileage. So obviously I don't need this right away. Okay, this is probably the same person from salvage. It doesn't actually tell you. Most of them tell you the mileage that's on the bike already. And again, like there's no way you're going to get to 240 amps on a 44 on an e-bike, right? Possibly. Your controller is not going to handle the retail, like most controllers cannot handle 240 amps continuous. Um, so there's no way it's even getting close to there. And so if I sell the bike, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sell it, and then I'm gonna get probably a 29-inch big frame mountain bike. But I haven't done all the specifications or any of the measurements yet. I'm hoping to put this battery into that frame and just either have at least a 2 kWh. Obviously, I can't do 24 volts. At least a 2 kilowatt pack, if not possibly a 3 kilowatt. So 3 kilowatts would be 66 volts, right? Or 68 volts. So you can go pretty damn fast with that. And probably gonna do the mid drive again too because of just the weight. Because if you put a hype or a heavy hub on top of that, and this is gonna be like 50, 75 pounds of batteries, and then plus the bike, the whole thing is gonna weigh like without with a hub it's gonna be well over 100 pounds. With the hub, with like a mid drive, probably at around 100 pounds, which is what my current setup is at. So we'll see how that works out. The only thing is that I gotta figure out how to do this BMS thing hook up here. Um, I don't think it's that bad, but definitely you need to do research because these are EV batteries and they are quite dangerous um, to do so. So yeah, so that's kind of the update. That's kind of what the direction I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to spiff this up and try to sell it. If I don't sell it, then okay, all right, I'll just keep it. I'll just ride it and not do this. If I do actually sell it for a decent price, right? I mean, I'm not looking to pay entirely for this thing. Maybe just try to pay for the batteries at the very least, right? Pay for the batteries and then get and then buy all the other components, right? Probably put in like 400, 500 to it. We'll see, right? So that's kind of the idea for spring at the moment. So we'll see how that works out. So that's the plan for the e-bike. Again, I'm not gonna ride when it's cold. I'm actually pretty partial to cold at the moment, so I don't really want to ride at all. And we'll see what happens.